Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm the audiologist here at Audiology Associates. We upload new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time, so please consider subscribing. Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching that earwax removal compilation video today. So this first patient's come through, very blocked up on one side. You can see some very hard wax in there, very light in colour, a couple of little hairs in there binding it all together. So what you'll see here is we've got the standard size ulnar tube in here, just lifting just ever so slightly off the base of the canal, and then just trying to bend and manoeuvre this across from the left hand side to the right hand side of the canal, just to get around the bend, maintaining that steady suction pressure on the outside, and you'll just see it starting to come away. There we go. Just see it starting to pull away now. So we've got a nice big piece. Trying to line it up on the outside part of the ear canal so you guys can see it, and you'll see it pings off. So just have to go and find it and pick it back up again. You can see then that we've managed to clear the majority of the ear canal. Just got a little bit of dry skin here just on the outside edge, just taking that away. There we are, there's the eardrum. Elderly patients, the eardrums can look that little sort of milky colour. It's just where the skin starts to sort of thicken and you get these sort of almost like little calcified bits on there. So it's quite normal to have that sort of milky patch or milky cloudy nature into an eardrum. So you can see the piece stayed together in one chunk, so it all came away really nicely. Very different endoscope. A young lady came through with very blocked up ears following a recent holiday and being away, being in the pool a lot. So there was some wax in there, which actually managed to move and plug deeper into the canal. So standard size ulnar tube here. We've got a really good grip there. You can see it's coming away really nicely. It peeled away from the canal walls. Just trying to hold on to it. We've moved to a narrower section now of the canal, so it moved really well until we hit this point, and now because of the narrow nature of this particular part of the canal, it's not pulling through particularly well. So just trying to wiggle these little pieces off. You'll see as we get a grip on this right hand side of the wax here in a second, you'll see a piece of dry skin coming away, which is just anchored in place. So slowing the video down. You'll see we've got a good grip on this. There we go. It's starting to come away. As we pull with the suction tube, you'll see it starting to pull out. There we are. Perfect. So that's just come away. So you can see that long sort of strip of dry skin there. So when we go back in now, we're going to try and grab this bottom section of the wax here. As with the last patient, the ear canal has particular bends in it, so you do have to sort of, as it gets to the outer part of the ear canal, maneuver the wax around, bend it, from left to right to just take it around these edges and bends in the ear canal. Got a little bit of a wiggle on the wax there. It's really firmly wedged in place at the entrance. We're going to use the Jobson horn now to go over the top, so we're just slowing this down again so you can see we've got that little gap at the top. Very easily be able to get behind the wax with that curved end to the Jobson horn. Pull forwards and out comes that plug. You can see the flat edge there at the top, which is the one we were working on with the suction there, so you can see how far in it went. Got a little bit of dry skin there to the left hand side. We're going to talk a little bit about the light reflex in a second, so I'm going to pause the video on the eardrum to explain a little bit about a light reflex in a bit. Okay, so we're going to stop the video in a second. The light reflex is a little circular piece you can see there, we just pointed out. That's the light that we shine in the ear bouncing back. Now if the eardrum's sitting in its normal position, then you'll get a pizza slice shape to that light reflex. If it's not sitting in its normal position, then that light diffuses across the eardrum a little bit more, so you get a much more round shape, or sometimes you'll have parts of it missing. Don't forget this lady had come back from a recent flight, so extreme change in pressure during the flight. Some people take longer to equalize that pressure than others, which explains why that's more a diffuse light reflex. This is the second ear. You can see we've got a lot of very thin wax at the entrance to the canal here, stuck to the canal wall on the base. So we're just going to get a good suction grip on that, remove that first. Obviously, if we try and pull the wax behind it over the top of that, it's just going to stick to that, and that's going to anchor everything in place. So you can see just how thin that piece was as it came away there. Now we've got a nice clear run to the entrance to the canal, so we can get a grip on this larger piece of wax sitting behind. You can see as we're trying to get a grip on it, You can see just how thin the edges of this wax are. It's actually changing color as we press it against the canal. It's that paper thin, these edge pieces. This central section now, which is a much harder piece of wax here, I'm struggling a little bit to get a good grip. Sometimes if the surface is too flat, the grip on the suction machine isn't as good. You don't always get that nice firm grip that you see there. You need it just a little bit softer on the surface is the best, so it beds in. So what I've done here is to create that softness, I've popped a little bit of olive oil in here just to sit on the surface of the wax. It helps us to bridge any gaps there, so it holds that suction a little bit better. It's also going to allow the wax to slide across the skin really well. Lots of people ask why we use olive oil a lot. It's historic in the UK. Lots of people use olive oil for earwax removal. It's been around for ages and ages and ages. You can use other oils in there. Obviously not engine oil, but you can use other sort of natural oils in there which will help to loosen these bits and pieces up as well. Just lifting off the base. Obviously olive oil as well, you can't put the over-the-counter olive oil in. You have to use specialized, it's what they call surgical grade olive oil, which you can get at pharmacies, chemists over here in the UK. It's just filtered and treated a lot more, so it's safer to use in the ear without causing any issues really. So we've got a good grip now as it comes towards the outside edge of the ear canal. As with the first ear, we've noticed it's a bit too big to fit out the canal. It's really got wedged there. So we're going to switch now from the Zoner tube to the Jobson horn. Just slowing it down again a little bit. You can see we managed to get over the top of that curved edge. Just pulling that top section down, rolling it forwards, that opens a gap behind. And as we push down, it actually brought the base section of the wax forwards. Here it all comes. There we go. And we're just going to lift that up. There we are. You can see the plug there and a very thin layer at the front end. There we go. Take a look behind that. You can see there's a more sort of a more pizza wedgy kind of light reflex there. But if you notice, it doesn't reach the edge of the eardrum, which shows it's slightly retracted. If we zoom this section as well, you can almost see a little retraction pocket here as well. That particular part of the eardrum is a little bit more pulled in than the rest. So quite an interesting little eardrum to look at, that one. And this is what we removed. So you can see we've got the dry skin layer there. We've got the chunks that came out as well. So I suppose if we squish those together, we'd probably get about 3.5 centimeters. Same with that. If we squished it together, we'll get about 1.5 inches there as well. Thank you very much for watching our video today. If you did enjoy the video, then please like. If you're not subscribed already or you'd like to do so, you can click the subscribe button here. If you'd like to check out some more of our videos, they're also up there. Now, if you want to follow us, you can do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also check our website if you want to know a little bit more about us. And as always, guys, until the next time, take care.